Opening scene. A soft, inspiring background music plays. The screen shows a peaceful small town at sunrise. Narrator. In a small town, there lived a boy named Daniel. He was known for his intelligence and sharp thinking. His teachers praised him and his parents were proud. Everyone believed he had a bright future. Scene 2, Daniel's weakness. Show Daniel in class looking confident. Cut to a montage of him playing video games, chatting with friends, and watching TV. Narrator. But Daniel had one big weakness. He never took failure seriously. Whenever he failed, he blamed the situation or made excuses. Instead of learning from his mistakes, he would say, "It's okay, I'll do better next time." But he never changed his approach. Scene 3. The big failure. Show Daniel looking at his exam results, shocked and disappointed. His parents look at his report card with concern. Narrator. Then one day the annual exam results were announced. Daniel, once a top student, had scored far below expectations. His teachers were disappointed. His friends, who once admired him, started ignoring him. For the first time, Daniel felt like a failure. Scene 4. Seeking wisdom. Show Daniel sitting alone at night deep in thought. Then he goes to his wise grandfather, who is sitting outside under a tree. Narrator. Feeling lost, Daniel went to his grandfather, a wise elder in the village. Daniel. "Grandpa, I don't understand why I failed. I've always been a good student." His grandfather smiles and gently places a hand on his shoulder. Grandfather. "My dear child, failure is not the problem. The problem is that you never learn from your failures. Let me tell you a story." Scene 5. The story of Marcus. Flashback scene. Show a wealthy merchant, Marcus, in a grand shop surrounded by goods. Narrator. Many years ago, there was a rich merchant named Marcus. He had a large business and was respected by everyone, but he had one habit. Whenever his business faced a loss, he blamed luck and moved on without learning from his mistakes. Show Marcus making a bad investment, then losing money. His friends warn him, but he ignores them. Narrator. Over time, Marcus kept making the same mistakes. He invested without planning, trusted the wrong people, and refused to learn. Slowly, he lost everything. Show Marcus sitting outside his empty shop, regretful. An old sage approaches him. Sage. Marcus, failure is not your enemy. It is your greatest teacher. If you refuse to learn, you will keep failing. Marcus. But how can failure be a teacher? The sage points to a small tree nearby. Sage. Look at that tree. When the storm came, some branches broke. But did the tree stop growing? No, it learned to grow stronger. That's how you should treat failure, as a lesson. Narrator. Marcus finally understood. He analyzed his mistakes, worked harder, and avoided the errors of the past. Within a few years, he rebuilt his business. His failures had shown him the path to success. Scene 6. Daniel's realization. Cut back to Daniel, deep in thought. He looks determined. Daniel. Grandpa, does that mean I can still change my life? Grandfather. Of course, my child. The key is to stop making excuses and start learning from your failures. If you do that, nothing can stop you from succeeding. Scene 7. The transformation. Show Daniel creating a study plan, revising lessons, asking teachers for help, and reducing distractions. Narrator. That night, Daniel made a promise to himself. He would stop running from failure and start learning from it. He studied regularly, asked for guidance, and changed his habits. Show Daniel improving over time, then confidently writing his next exam. Results day arrives. His teachers smile, his parents are proud, and his friends admire his determination. Narrator. Gradually, his efforts started showing results. In his next exam, he performed much better. His teachers noticed his hard work, his parents were proud, and his friends respected him once again. Scene 8. The final message. Years later, Daniel is now a successful entrepreneur. A journalist asks him the secret to his success. Daniel. Failure is the best teacher. If you are willing to learn, it is not the end of your journey, it is the beginning of your success. If you see failure as a lesson rather than a defeat, you will always find a way to improve. Show an inspiring montage of people learning from their failures and succeeding in different areas of life. Narrator. So the next time you fail, don't be sad. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? If you keep learning, success will surely follow. Closing scene, inspirational music. Show the sun rising over the town, symbolizing a new beginning. Fade out with the words, failure is not the end, it is a lesson.